Okay, this is a movie called Rose Red, Stephen King. It was a TV miniseries that came out in 2002. Um, I found this on a DVD used at my local community library. I was in there with my wife. They have a little bookstore where they sell off stuff they don't want anymore. And mostly it's books, but they have some DVDs, some compact discs. Uh, the sign actually said videos, like VHS. I didn't see any in there. And in fact, I actually, I'm old, I'm a senior, and I had a senior moment, and I looked at the sign and I saw it said videos 50 cents. I didn't see any videos. I just saw DVDs down, among the CDs and mostly DVDs. So I started thinking, well, maybe they're 50 cents each. So I started picking a few out that I thought, for 50 cents, maybe this is worth a look. And one of the ones I picked out was this one right here. Rose Red, Stephen King, if it'll focus, anyway. And it's actually a 2-disc DVD set, if you could see this. It's kind of dark in here. Well, it's 2 discs. The first disc is in right now, and it's got 2, because it's really long. And at first I just thought it was a movie. But it was a TV miniseries, and I remember when it was on TV, 2002. I didn't pay attention to it then, and I really wasn't interested in it now. But something made me pick it out, along with a couple others. And if I'd have known, they were actually $2 each. But I looked at the sign so quickly, and it said videos 50 cents. I didn't read the rest of the sign, or I would have saw more clearly. But I just somehow I got it in my mind that it was 50 cents. So I thought, heck, I'll get it for 50 cents. And then, when I found out it was really $2, I went ahead and bought it anyway. And then I actually surprised myself again by actually putting it on and starting to watch it, because it's totally not the kind of thing I'm really a fan of. And not because I get scared, just the opposite. I roll my eyes, and I think you got to be kidding me. I think Stephen King movies are ridiculous. Okay, the characters are so caricatured. They're just, nobody acts like that in real life, and the things that happen are so blown out of proportion. Just, it's not scary because it's so stupid. But that's just me. So a lot of people probably think it's good and they think it's scary. But I put it on and I started watching it. Now the reason that I'm doing this video is because every single time I get on YouTube, and I'm a watcher, and I've been a watcher and a prophecy person for, most of my life, really. And lately, all you see is Revelation 12, Revelation 12, Revelation 12. Everybody's talking about Revelation 12. And you can imagine my reaction when I got to this scene that I'm about to show you. And I'm about as low-tech as it gets. So if I knew how and I could edit this and put it in a professional-looking way, I would do it. But I don't. So what I'm going to do here is just show you the movie as I would see it, the way I watch it. And I've queued it up here. I think what's happening here, the way this DVD works, it's like one long continuous movie. The way it was shown on TV, obviously, they cut it up into individual episodes as a miniseries. So what we're looking at right here is the end, just by the way it looks. I'm pretty sure this would have been the end of one episode, because I didn't watch it when it was on TV. I remember seeing it, and I flipping channels, I came across a portion of it, and I watched it for very short duration before I said, okay, see ya, and I flipped past it. I didn't watch it anymore. So what we're looking at here, it looks to be the end of one episode and the very beginning of another one, but there's no credits, there's no indication that that's the case. It just looks like it to me. And the very first thing we're going to see in what I think is a new episode, that's what I'm showing you. So let's just start it here. This is the main lady. She plays a university professor, and she wants to prove that the supernatural world is real. So she's invited a bunch of psychics, and she's hired them, paid them to come into this haunted mansion where they're going to prove and find proof that ghosts exist and the supernatural realm is real. And that's their goal here. So they're spending the night or whatever in this haunted mansion. Now this is the end of one episode, and this is the beginning of another one, is what I think. Now watch what happens here. She's playing with her equipment that is for, ghost busting. This guy, he gets up, he's got a Bible. And he comes over to this one. Listen what he says.
Revelation 12.
Oh, man.
Did you hear that? Revelation 12.
No corporal presence in 6 centuries.
And that has
No
absolutely
psychic pulse.
nothing to do with the movie.
Emery, are you thinking of dressing for dinner?
You tell me. Read my mind.
Okay. So, he comes over to the girl. He's got a Bible. He's not a pastor. He's not even a Christian. According to this, he's nothing but a psychic or a sensitive. And there's no mention of the Bible any other time. In fact, when he refers to it in another scene, he calls it my book. He never even refers to it as a Bible. But he gets up, the very first words in this, what I think is a new episode. And by the way, I found this movie is on YouTube. If you care to look at it, you could find it in its entirety, I think, or at least most of it, is on a YouTube video. But anyway, what happens is, this guy, and I believe he's the actor who used to be on the TV show Emergency. Anyway, he gets up, he's carrying the Bible. He quickly walks over across the room to this other lady, and he sits down and he says to her, "You were right, Revelation 12. And she says, "Oh yeah," or something like that. So anyway, I'm sitting here watching this, and I said, did he really say that? I couldn't believe it. And then I thought he would read it or something. I thought there'd be more. That was it. Nothing else. He just says that, and nothing else. Nothing else to do with Revelation. Here it is again. He walks across the room.
Kathy, you were right. Revelation 12.
Oh, man.
That's it. Well, I kind of think that God has a really cool sense of drama and a sense of humor and a sense of leading. If you want to be led by Him, these are, to me, are the kinds of clues that by itself wouldn't mean much. But when you put these together over a long period of time, and they keep happening, you keep looking at the clock at a particular time, or, you know, certain things. This just, it is so unlike me to grab a movie like this. And if I hadn't thought it was 50 cents, I wouldn't have even picked it up. But I thought, 50 cents. And that's the kind of thing that, I guess I'm a senior, and I don't pay that close attention to the whole sign. But it was orchestrated for me to get this DVD, bring it home, pop it in, and start watching it and hear him say, Revelation 12. Of all the Bible books and all the chapters in the whole Bible, he says, you were right, Revelation 12. What are we to make of that? Well, draw your own conclusions. But every time I turn on YouTube, I see people talking about Revelation 12, and I just thought, I got to share this, So do with it what you will, and keep looking up. That's all I can say.